So Republicans, they're continuing to wage their culture war through education policy. And now they want to take things to a national level. On Friday, the House approved legislation for a so-called Parents' Bill of Rights, which would require school districts to publicly post information about curricula for students, among the other provisions. But this fight, it's also playing out on the state level. NBC News reports that GOP lawmakers in Texas have proposed their own parental Bill of Rights, which would fundamentally reshape education in the state. I want to bring in NBC News senior investigative reporter Mike Hixenbaugh, who's been reporting on this for us. Mike, as always, it's great to talk to you on this stuff. Walk us through exactly what's being proposed here.
Well, as you mentioned, this is a bill, a 53-page bill that would reshape education in Texas. The big item in this, it's called SB 8. It has the backing of Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and it would, for the first time in Texas, make all students eligible for, educational savings accounts or private school vouchers. Essentially, this is a policy that will let parents whose kids are homeschooled or attend private school take the money that the state would have spent educating them in public schools, which Greg Abbott say, are woke and indoctrinating your kids. You can take that money and put it toward your homeschooling or your private Christian education. But the bill doesn't stop there. It includes lots of new language about parents' oversight of public school curriculum. And there's a provision that's essentially the Texas version of the so-called Don't Say Gay bill that was passed in Florida last year that would prohibit public schools from providing instruction, guidance, programming, anything related to sexual orientation or gender identity in grades K through 12. And so it's a more sweeping version of that provision. And so this would, this has lots of people up in arms, and would remake the school system in Texas.
You also have another great piece kind of talking about the implications of how this would impact parts of more rural Texas. And you talk about Aaron Hood, a superintendent at Robert Lee Independent School District, saying this: out here where cattle outnumber children 20-1, no one is hollering about critical race theory in textbooks or pornography in the library. But those battles raging 250 miles away in the state capital and in faraway suburbs have galvanized a political movement that Hood fears could deal a devastating blow to rural school districts like his. What do people like Aaron worry about with this?
Well, it's an interesting dynamic. In rural Texas, this is the heart of the GOP base. It's Trump country, right? 9 in 10 voters out in this town called Robert Lee, named after Robert E. Lee, vote Republican. But they are very concerned about the GOP's plans for education because in rural towns like Robert Lee, where there are 250 kids total at the school district, if they see a cut in funding, which is what private school vouchers would do, as each kid leaves, the district loses that funding. They don't have the same economy of scale. Their budget is thin. So if they lose 5 students, that's a teacher salary, right? But with only 18 kids per class, they can't lose a teacher. And so rural Texas historically has always resisted this policy. And this year, the governor and lieutenant governor are banking that these rural communities, having watched the culture war play out on Fox News for the last several years, will have changed their minds, and that they will support this privatization of the school system, even though their local school leaders, who they like, are saying this will really hurt our towns.
This is really good reporting on this. Mike Hixenbaugh, as always, we thank you for bringing it to us.